Scotties, a very good evening to you. It's Friday night, nothing gets past me, and it's just gone 6:15 on this Friday evening, the 29th of September. How good is that? So tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scottie McClue has gone live, and come and join us and give us the quality of your chit-chat and the pleasure and benefit of your company. What about that? I say to you, dinky-doo. Now then, we're also on the YouTube channel, so don't forget that. Scotty, what's the number to call in? Les Bramosa. The number is here. I shall have it for you. If you give me 2 seconds, I've got it absolutely here, because I like to keep these things to hand. Now, I don't know if you can see that there. All right, 01416289795. 01416289795. How good is that? That lamp is flaring on YouTube, but it seems to be fine otherwise. So there you have it. What's the 96th number in the alphabet? Well, there's only 26 Rangers, so maybe back to school with you. I say to you, dinky-doo, good day, Scotty, good day, Frank. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. Quick Friday early evening pop-up, I say. What have we got here? What do you call a Scotsman with one foot in the door and the other outside? Hamish. It's sort of Hamish. We love that. Dinky-doo everybody. Ask yourself. Love free open. Proctor. Love to you free up and down the balcony. I say to you, dinky-doo. Scotty, I hope you're well. Yes, indeed, we're very well. And thank you very much, Lord Phil, for getting in touch. Hello, Scotty, says Ben. Ben, hello. And Dinky-doo says, your Daleks windows. So there we are. Wonderful to have you all with us. Get following as soon as you can, guys. We need everybody on TikTok following. So whoever's got a TikTok account should follow Scottie McClue. That should be the first thing you do, I say to you. And also, if you're on the YouTube channel, please give me a thumbs up down to the bottom left of your picture. You'll see a little thumbs up. And if you can give me a thumbs up, that would be just amazing. You're live on Scottish Funny. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Who's shouting? Who's shouting away and being silly? Come on. We don't have time for that. There we go. If you're calling, then call with a point and have a wee chat. Hello from Cornwall. I'm following you, sir. Paul Glover, I'm following you as well. Fantastic. I thank you so much. Hello, Dave. Dinky-doo. Thank you very much for joining us, all you beautiful people, nationally and internationally. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on the phone. I've got 1,400 likes already. There you have it. And thank you very much for joining us. I say to you, how's Frank doing today? Frank, have you had a good day? Guys, everybody on the YouTube channel, please subscribe. Just click subscribe. It's absolutely 100% free. And it'd be lovely to have your support there. Hi, Scotty. I hope you're well. I used to listen to you back in the mid-90s. When I was at uni, you helped me get through the late night studies. Thank you, brother. Fe got kosh. G25. We love Gart Kosh. Thank you for that. Used to be the big steel mill at Gart Kosh. Oh, I hope this is a sensible call. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Dinky-doo.
Dinky-doo. Fantastic. There we are. Very nice. I remember Century 105, Andrew Wishmaster. 25 years ago, just about now, we launched Century 105. How good was that? There we are. Dinky-doo. Hello, Scotty. Pringles. Dinky-doo. Lovely to have you with us. Scottish, the ULEZ in Glasgow is a nonsense. The wind, the day, it's clean air everywhere. Well, of course, it's a nonsense. You could argue the whole green thing is a complete nonsense, because CO2 does not drive climate change or global warming. Yes, and CO2, the trees, are the lungs of the world. They need it to exist. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Good evening from Cyprus. How are you? Lovely to have the Cypriots watching Scottie McClue right now, and love to Cyprus, a very fine part of the world. I say to you, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
George,
George, lovely to hear you. What can I do for you?
can you tell me a joke?
Oh, we don't do jokes at the moment, George. We're fresh out of that. There we are. Fantastic. Everybody enjoying the calls. Lovely to have so many people on the YouTube channel. I thank you for that. DINKY-DOO. Hello to Jack. Hi from Turkey, says Emridge. DINKY-DOO. So there we are. Now, they're selling weapons to Ukraine and telling us we can't drive down the tune. Forests are much smaller, but carbon dioxide production increases. Yes, well, the trees love the CO2. That's why they're smaller. We need more CO2, you see, to feed the trees. How are you, Scotty? Hello, my good fellow, I said to you, DINKY-DOO. Fantastic. All the green stuff. There is climate change. There always has been, because the climate changes all the time. You see, it's a natural phenomenon. That's why we had the ice age. And now we don't have the ice age. So there we go. DINKY-DOO. Excellent. Craig says, will we get EV tanks? Lol. You're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Right, there we are. Just the dafties. Well, we don't bother with the phones, I think. What's your favorite time of the year? Every single day is my favorite time of the year, and every single moment of every day is my favorite time of the year. Fantastic. Guys, we're going to just abandon the phones just now because it's all the same nonsense. People phone up, yes, their first name, they don't know it. They're going, oh, that sort of idea. Fantastic. Say hello to Morgan. I can indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Who's just been giving me red roses? Yes, indeed, it's Jake. I've missed you, Scotty Birdo. Lovely to see you and welcome, I say. What happened on Hallam FM? You were there, then you went. Love the show. Well, Daniel, I got another offer to go over to join them in setting up the big station in the northwestern Manchester. So I couldn't stay at Hallam and work at Manchester at the same time. There we are. Children on the phone, Scotty, is the nursery out? Well, I don't know what's out, but it's certainly not intelligent chat. There we have it. I say to you, follow us as soon as you can. Thank you very much for following, guys. Everybody on TikTok should follow Scottie McClue. I need another 80 followers, guys. So get up there, I say, and get following. Hypnotist. Fantastic. Darcy says, hi. Hi, Darcy. DINKY-DOO. Wonderful. Lovely to have you with us. Here we go. What do you think of the Sycamore Gap situation, Scotty? I was disgusted and shocked that somebody should fell a tree that's hundreds of years old and so well known and so popular. You know, why would you do that? Scotty, what do you think about the iconic tree cut down near Hadrian's Wall? Apparently, special branch arrested him. So there you go. Yes, it's, you know, it's not good stuff, is it? That's what we say. Can you say hi to Mia or Maya? Which one is it? I've always got a 50% chance, you know. DINKY-DOO. Scotty, do you miss? Yes, I do, Josh. What's your opinion on the school bus that crashed? Well, it's not an opinion. I mean, I'm very, very sorry about it, and very sorry about the driver and the little girl that lost her life. They lost their lives in it. Tragic. Tragic, I say to you. So there we are. Say hi to Paris, DINKY-DOO. Hello, Scott. Yes, welcome. Now, guys, when you're telling us where you're watching from, when you're telling us you're watching, tell us where you're watching from. Opinion on the US election. Well, we want the Donald back in charge, not just for America's sake, but for the world's sake. 2,400 likes, I say to you. So there we are. We're very, very sorry about that. I say to you. Now, Arizona, thank you. Opinion on the US Senate's age at an all-time high. Yes, you don't want too many oldies on anything, really. And you don't want too many youngies without the experience. So there we have it. Scotty, where are you in Scotland? We're on the west coast of Scotland. Watching for Rob Roy's Hoosen Loch Catherine medley. We love Loch Catherine. You'll be familiar with the Sir Walter Scott, the steamship built in 1900. How fantastic is that, I say to you? There we are, the Loch even, yes, absolutely. Hello, Scotty, says Abby, DINKY-DOO Abby. Any tips for a newly qualified teacher? Yes, just pick up as much experience as you can. You know, being a teacher is an outstanding profession. And, you know, it's perhaps the finest thing anybody could be, I think. Hi, Scotty, it's David, DINKY-DOO. David, how lovely to have you with us and a very warm welcome. So are you ex-military, Scotty? Oh, very ex, I would say. I'm a Clan Campbell, says Asbear. Yes, don't shout that out in Glencoe. Now, Mr. Martin, I'm also a tree hugger. I love trees. Yes, we do. David says, DINKY-DOO, the wonderful David McCafferty. So there you are. Now, I went magnet fishing and found big bolts and more big bolts at DINKY-DOO. Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome. Thank you very much, Elijah, for coming on. Tell us where you're watching from, guys. I've got 2,500 likes. I need another 56 followers. So if you're watching right now, get following. It just means going up to the top left and clicking the plus. Good for you, says Mr. Martin. But we all love the trees. McClue's a tree hugger as well. Salman has sent me weights. Thank you, Salman. Very kind of you. Robert's in San Antonio in Texas. Robert, lovely to have you with us. Absolutely. Can I join the live, says Elijah. Well, you're here, Elijah. Get following, guys. I'll give your name a shout out. There's Miss Lana. Miss Lana has just followed. What a beautiful thing to do. Salman, what are you doing with all these gifts? You're going to bankrupt yourself. Good for you, everybody. Imagine if somebody named Marcus. Have you ever seen anything paranormal? Yes, I have, Rio. There we are. Can I get a shout out, my granddad? I can, Marcus, yes. I'm sorry to hear about your gran, Marcus. What do you think of Scottish football compared to English football? Scottish football is wonderful. The only thing is we had a dreadful, embarrassing incident at Hampden at the Scotland v England game. Some people booed the national anthem. Now, you can't really, you know, that's pretty bad, I say to you. Elijah, I don't know why you're asking if you can join. You're already here. Have you got any content on YouTube from your days on the STV night shift? I'll have a look, nostalgia. I may well have, I say to you, with a bit of chat. So there we are. Josh says, naming a famous footballer, was very upset over the booing. Well, I think we're all very upset over the booing. And the people that did it should get a lifetime ban from ever attending a football match again. That's what I think. I mean, they don't even know, they're not smart enough to know they were booing the Scottish national anthem and the Scottish king. Miss Lana has sent me heart me's. I thank you, Miss Lana. You've just got the #1 gifter badge. Is that not amazing? I agree with you here, Scotty. Absolutely, Cameron. It's just to every decent, thoroughly decent Scots person, and there are lots of us. It's just an embarrassment. It looks terrible to people watching from abroad and watching from England. There we have it. I don't think Scotty twigged the joke about the tree. I did voice a reason, but I don't think the tree is a joking matter. Too soon. Wee McGregor graveyard behind Glengyle House. So there you are. Yes, indeed. Know what you're talking about. Not my king, Scotty. Everyone's king, Carl. Everyone's king. and your crown and your country. Scotland took over the English crown in 1603. So there you are. So very much your king. Somebody stuffed your head with nonsense. What's your opinions on potholes in Glasgow? I've never ever seen a pot in any of them. So there we are. Thank you very much. I'm from Edinburgh, Miss Lana. It's so lovely, but you've been very, very, very generous to Scottie McClue. What's your opinion on a British national team? So you mean Team GB at the football? Well, interesting thought. I'm English fella, abolish the monarchy. God, why on earth would you ever, ever, ever abolish the one asset we've still got? We've got rid of everything. We got rid of Europe. All that. We're virtually a third world country. The shelves are empty in the shops. We've done extensive damage to our economy. You know, complete annihilation of the economy. We've got, you know, we're going to fragmentation of the United Kingdom. And the one decent thing we've got left is the crown. So why would you ever think about abolishing something that's effectively 2,347 years old? I had to think there. What's the numbers as MTP? We're not taking calls MTP because there's just a lot of youngsters phoning up and going, have you heard about recreational drug centres in Scotland? Yes. Yes, Josh. It's a strange one, that I have to say. People going somewhere to take their drugs. Why would they be taking drugs in the first place? If we can break the addiction, that's what you need to do, so nobody is drug dependent, because obviously it's going to ruin their life. So there we are. Tony Benn had the monarchy down to a T. Well, I've a lot of time for Tony Benn, or I had when he was about, and I've met Tony Benn. And his mother came from just across the road from my father's business, I think, if I remember rightly. And he was an exceptional man, Tony Benn. But the monarchy, you know, that's our centre of authority. There we are. Did you hear about the 15-year-old girl who got sadly killed? Yes, I did, DC, along with the driver. Tragic. There we go. Somebody has sent beautiful red roses, 10 red roses. Guys, I've put a little goal up there if anybody's feeling flush. I will take a red rose. Good evening, Scottie, says Susan. Lovely to have you with us, Susan. And Dinky-Doo, I say. Just because something's old doesn't mean it's good. No, but it is good anyway. I mean, it's the one thing we've got left that's any good. We've lost everything else. You know, we've lost our empire. Oh, here's a dafty. Medley, Scottie, your sound's gone. Press the blue button. Medley, why don't you give it up? In fact, why don't we just give you a ban? Guys, shall we ban Medley for being silly and on about telling Scottie fibs? Yes. We'll say bye-bye to Medley. Stick your tongue out and say ta-ta, Medley. That's it. That's what happens to trolls. I say to you, the booing was a harmless rivalry. There's nothing pernicious about it. Football, it's only a 90-minute battle. Voice of reason. It's not a harmless rivalry. It's disrespectful. It's thoroughly bad manners. Puts Scotland in a very poor light. No. And also you get the dafties. I mean, I had a couple of half-wits today saying to me, what about the fourth verse, rebellious Scotch crush? I said, well, we haven't sung that for 250 years. And God Save the King is the Scottish national anthem. So the booing was booing our own national anthem. Why would you do that? I say to you, what kind of dafty would do that? Guys, I need everybody following, please. I need another 150 followers. So get following as soon as you can. If you're watching on TikTok, you should be following. English blew the flower of Scotland. Well, they don't really, and Flower of Scotland is just a nice folk song. It's not the national anthem, you know. And I think the English probably boo Flower of Scotland because it's very much against them. Whereas our national anthem, God Save the King, is for us. You see what I'm saying to you? So no harmless rivalry at all, just downright thuggery. Scotland forever, says Josh. I agree with you, Josh. I'm a big Scotsman, and every true Scotsman is pro-monarchy. Otherwise, independence will be toast. Has everybody followed? Yes, indeed. I need another 50 of you to follow, guys. If you're on the YouTube channel, please click subscribe. Yes, let's get the subscribers up big time. Now, who have we got here? Good evening, Scottie DINKY-DOO. Thomas, how lovely to have you with us. And a big DINKY-DOO to you. YouTubers, can you pop down and give me a thumbs up? Bottom left, you'll see the little thumbs up. And if you could just click on that, that would be amazing. Amazing. Scottie, have you heard about the Sycamore Gap at Hawkwhistle, Northumberland? Been cut down with vandals. We have, Alma. We've been discussing it. There you are. You were a wee bit late to the party, so you missed that. Lord Duke of Dundee, Onion Baji from Australia. There's Onion Baji watching in Oz, guys. Follow us as soon as you can. Some people are watching in Oz. I need more followers, more followers. Come on, get following. Everybody watching has not followed. Hi, Susan says, David. David, lovely to have you with us. David, you should give us a ring and have a wee chat. We always like your chat. I say to you. Have you ever been to Northumberland, Scottie? Alma, I know Northumberland so well. I used to go down. I had relatives in Corbridge, and I used to tour, of course, and we took in Newcastle. And I also was working on ITV in the north, was over there at Hawkwhistle a lot. Yes, indeed. And at, where else did we go to? There was Corbridge, Hexham. I know Hexham very, very well. Well, I live in Allendale. It's a great place. I know Allendale, Alma. Yes, the Rose of Allendale. Scottie, the great Corrie's song. Scottie, what's better, Edinburgh Rock or Blackpool Rock? The stuff you eat. Blackpool Rock's totally different. It's more chewy. Edinburgh Rock's quite dry. So it's slightly different, I'd say to you. Is that David phoning? Oh, I missed him. Give us another wee call. DINKY-DOO, Scottie. I'm really upset about the tree. Do you think we should bring back corporal punishment? Well, Count Murcielago, we need to find out what on earth the person that cut it down was playing at. We need the Scots playing for our Aussie rugby team. I would give you a game myself. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
That's me, Scottie. How you doing, son?
Oh, right? Davey, that's good evening. I had to put the phones off because we're just getting the wee dafties.
That's right. I know the usual.
And it's an awful waste of time and space, you know.
That's right.
Well, wait till I pull this Mark's guy up. Mark's not my king, everyone's king. Otherwise, I don't know if you're a Scot or an Englishman, but he's your king. Get that into your head. Sorry, Davey, I had to tell that boy.
That's fine, son. I know. This tree carry on. I get that's silly. Why did that? Whoever that be had done that?
Yeah, it's just very bad news. Why would you do that to a tree? And the trees are our friends. We need the trees.
See, like John's nephew years ago in Southern, he snapped a finger off a statue. He was took to court as well, but he didn't. He should get locked up. He only got a fine.
Yeah, I know. We need to vandalism. We need to say, you know, we need to teach people how to love things.
He climbed the Wallace Monument and snapped his finger.
Yes, yes. Well, we shall see.
And I said, what are you doing that for? He said, it wasn't me. I said, excuse me, you were in the paper. I stop you lying. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. No. I think we need to say this whole vandalism thing, you know, we need to sort it out. Yes. Because we're sharing the earth. We all live in the earth. And, you know, we've been fed a lot of nonsense recently, but we also have to make our minds up ourselves about what kind of world do we want to live in. And if we want freedom, with freedom comes responsibility.
That's it. I've got trees that I chose my window and they're beautiful.
You absolutely love it. I mean, I had trees where I stayed in Maryhill. Beautiful.
It's pure green up here and the high lights, but it's beautiful.
And Glasgow's big on its trees. We love the trees. They're the lungs of the world.
These trees are coming right out to the road, in fact.
Oh, I am. Well, you see, Sheffield now, I have to give you this. Sheffield Council started to take trees down because Sheffield, now I don't know if you know it, Davy, but it's covered in trees.
Yes, I know Sheffield.
You know Sheffield, and you'll know that the woods, you'll be driving through the city, and then there's a wood.
I don't understand this. They can turn them back, but don't take them down.
No, absolutely. Mark says share the wealth as well. I agree, Mark. You know, there's no bother about that.
I mean, up here is amazing. It's all green.
There's a guy called Brad, and he goes, no one cares. About 8 billion people care, Mark. Everybody.
Tell him he's sharp.
Tell him, absolutely. Somebody's told him, don't be rude, wee man.
Nobody cares.
You know,
I because he's just not right in the face.
That's right. He's not right in the face. Do you know what somebody? I love that. Do you know what somebody was telling us? They said to me, do your research and read up on your history. So I had to pull them up. I had to tear them off a strip. You know?
That's right, yeah. You know what I mean? Imagine people coming on but saying that they don't care.
Here's a dafty, Davy. What do I do with this? Can you lower the volume? I'm trying to sleep. What's he doing watching Scottie McClue if he's trying to sleep?
Listen, tell him to shoot himself.
And you imagine that's terrible. You don't want to do that. Do you remember people used to say, I'll shoot the boots off you? See you, I'll shoot the boots off you.
I would just throw a stone at him and I'll be hand gone.
You're terrible. That's it. We're on here trying to stop vandals. I know you're only joking. You're joking.
I know. I mean, don't forget that country actually does stone people. That is bad. Oh, aye.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yes, you can get stoned and all the rest of it.
That's it. They stone you to death. They stand a crowd and they'll stone you to death.
Stone you to death.
What's that about?
Well, I don't know. It's crazy stuff, you know what I mean? What about this one? Onion Badger says, I watched a documentary on St Kilda. Can you expand, please? And we can. Onion Badger, after Davy and I have had a chat about, I'll tell you more about St Kilda.
Don't get me wrong, I like an Onion Badger.
Yeah, Onion Badger is an Australian. He's watching in Australia.
That's amazing, isn't it? Australia. Wow.
I love it. I love it, Davy. And I was seeing today 14% are American that watch Scottie.
That's right. I also said somebody's watching from Texas. Is that right?
He's watching in San Antonio in Texas. So what I'm going to do, I've signed up for another platform called Rumble. And we're going to also see if we can do a bit on that. You know, I think that's important. Because it's America, you see.
Are you going to go live then?
Well, yes, I'm going to go live. It's not quite as easy as just going live on the platforms we're on right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live. And if it's a success, Davey, which it will be, then I'm going I'll get an American number in addition to the Glasgow number so that people can phone from America, you see. And then we can, we'll build up the phone in on a Saturday night. And you love that. Because the thing I've noticed about you, Davey, you act as if you're Mr. Half-Daft, you know. And the thing is, but you're a genius. You're a genius.
I'm just coming forward, my friend.
Oh, you're a genius. No, you're brilliant. See, when you listen to what you're actually saying, this is something you and I have in common. You know, if people actually listen to us, they will learn a lot. That's why I love uploading your live calls.
Yeah,
they're so good.
That's great, son.
Yes, that's.
I mean, John just passed there. He's waiting to put on Springburn tonight. You know.
Oh, right. Well, is that what he's up to?
John Chappell's playing in Springburn with some other team tonight.
Right. He loves all that. Did I not tell you? That I once went to.
You're going to miss me. I mean, don't be silly. I don't miss anybody.
Well, I told you about my friend's granny. She used to say, if you come round on Sunday, we'll be very pleased. And if you don't, we'll be just as pleased.
That's right. You're damn good. I love my own space, Scotty.
I know some people, what's wrong with people that go, well, you miss me and the rest of it, because they're wanting you to say, of course I miss you, but when you say, no, really, no.
That's right. I don't care about who's outside. I only care about my wee kitchen and my wee chicken. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lovely lady called Rosa Parks. Obviously, she's called herself after Rosa Parks. Now, can you tell me? Rosa Parks was the black lady on the bus that refused to give up her seat to a white person in America, and it changed the whole apartheid thing.
See, all this carry on between, we hear this all the time, Scott, even though that's a true thing you said.
Yes.
But it's getting out of hand, Scotty, isn't it? Come on.
Well, you can get too much of it. What I would suggest is that we stop the whole concept of racism.
I know.
And we just have, we're one race, the human race, and that's it.
I know, because, I mean, I'm seeing people against the man that runs Parliament Edinburgh. I don't like him, of course, right? But there's a lot of young people that are against him, including, the one in London, right? And that whatever. But, honestly, they're all dangerous people anyway.
Well, I don't think so. We can't say that. I told you last week, I pulled you up for slagging off. But when you say we'll qualify that, and we'll say the things like the London ULEZ, not ULEZ, what's ULEZ? That stuff's dangerous. We don't want that.
All the gangsters that take all the cameras down, Scotty. We don't want to know in Glasgow, do we?
Well, the thing about it's very strange. I don't know why they're doing it. Are they taking the buses out of the city? Are they? No, but are they? I don't know. I haven't checked up. Have the buses gone from the city centre?
What I do know, but the buses are going on strike. The city were going on, they're not paying it to go.
Right, fair enough. There's one. Rosa Parks was one thing, but now the reverse racism is out of control. That's what somebody's saying. That's really what you're saying, isn't it? Yeah. You were saying that as well.
See today in Oxford Street in London.
Yes.
Everybody was looking in the shops, Scotty.
Is that right? Is that going on today?
Yes, in Oxford Street in London. Scotty, it's on TikTok now. The police couldn't control them all. There's thousands of them.
I used to broadcast from Oxford Street.
Oh, Scotty, I've been Oxford Street. I've been to London many times in my life.
Yes,
there,
of course.
And you see today, right? Can I just say it? It's all mixed races that was doing it today, right?
Right.
And people are scared. You get into big shops, they cleared everything, and the staff is standing away in case they get murdered.
Oh, gee. Well, to see that in this country, the politics have failed.
Yes, the politics have failed, Scotty.
The politicians have failed us absolutely. No, go on, Dave. No, I was just going to say, there's Sergeant Screwdriver right on. He says, Scotty, keep your hand in your halfpenny. Do you remember we used to shout that to them?
That's right, keep your hand
in your halfpenny.
We've always got a wee horn or a wee halfpenny. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that. Politics have failed. Nanny States is Crazy Diamond, Smiley Jim.
The failed is politics has failed. It's a war. They need to bring in the army, Scotty. I've seen it.
Well, the only problem is, if they bring in the army, then
they're going to need to bring them in. So
I know, but this is the problem. Is that's going to go further, hasn't it? That's got repercussions.
Yes. Of course, there'll be repercussions, Scotty. I mean, don't forget years ago there was riots in London. Do you remember that way back? And they burnt a lot of London, and it's going to happen again, Scotty.
Well, there was the Great Fire of London in 1666.
Oh, I remember that, yes.
That started in the baker's shop in Pudding Lane.
And it just spread right over the whole. That's crazy, isn't it?
But it cured the Black Death plague. So instead of dying of the plague, everybody died got burnt alive,
They were burnt alive. Oh, goodness, what a way to go.
And that's when your Sir Christopher Wren built the new St. Paul's.
The new St. Paul's, right? I get you.
I think it's your
Sports,
1680s. And here's one you'll love,
Aye.
Davy. In those days, you had the new St. Paul's Cathedral, and you had Westminster Abbey, and they're not far from each other, and the land in between, Wren borrowed a wee bit of land from Westminster Abbey. The real name for Westminster Abbey, the old Catholic name, was St. Peter's. So it's the great church of St. Peter. Right?
I mean, London is huge. As you know, nothing compared to Scotland.
St. Peter.
You know
no, nothing. But wait till I tell you this. So they got a wee bit of land from St. Peter's and gave it to St. Paul's, and that's where you get the saying, "Robbing Peter to pay Paul."
Aye, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah,
how's that?
That was the mum always said that. That's right. And you know, we always knew that we were robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Absolutely amazing.
And the other one, I'll take my hand off your jaw.
I'll take my hand off your jaw. That's right.
My ma said that many a time. You know what I mean?
And you used to say, what do you think should happen to him for that? A good boot up the backside.
That's right.
You know what I mean? A boot up the backside.
Yeah, man, I'll give you a good leathering swallow.
A leathering, that's right. You get leathered.
And I definitely get leathered if I was cheeky.
That's why you got leathered in the rest of it. Well, yeah, I'll take my hand off your jaw. That's a crazy.
You can't hit your kids now. This is ridiculous.
Oh, no, that's all. Stop. I want Scalpy's lugs, says Crazy Diamond Smiley Jim. Scalpy's lugs. Remember that? You'll get scalped.
Scalpy's lugs, yes.
I think so. I just gave him a scalp. You can have shrugged your shoulders. Someone said, did that boy get beaten up? No, not beaten up. He just got a scalp.
You made your bed, you lie in it.
You made your bed so you can lie in it. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
You can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's right. Honestly.
You know, well, the police were wanting to speak to me as well. Well, if you fly with the crows, you're bound to get shot at.
That's right, you fly with the crows, you won't get shot at.
Oh, jeez.
Good for the goose is good for the gander.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. What about this one? Don't give me any of your sauce now.
That's right, yes, another one at all.
Oh, they started this. Oh, they started. They started with a slap, and then they went, "Now, no cheek."
Mama, you see, I'm sick of it all. You saw that.
I'm absolutely sick of it. If anything happens to you, I'll kill you. Davy, bless you, and Dinky-Doo, la la. You're a breath of fresh air.
I love you.
I love you, Dinky-Doo. There we are. That's good, Davy. You're live on Scottish Foreign. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello. Have you got a first name?
Hi, this is Abby Rocket.
You want what? Hello?
I'm gonna spread your.
You're going to what? I can't hear him. There you are. A Dafty. We told the Dafties not to ring. The Dafties will not take our telly. That was good to you, Davey, though. Right, what do we got here? Dinky-Doo Scotty upset about the trees as Count Murky Lago. The voice of reason says, why have a national anthem at a football match? Keep politics out of sport. Well, the national anthem is not politics. It's totally apolitical, right? The monarchy is not political. So I say get the national anthem going. Listen to this one, guys. Hello, Johnny Dinky-Doo.
Hello, Scotty Dinky-Doo.
How lovely to hear from you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to find my speaker.
No, don't you worry. Can you hear me?
Right.
Excellent. You're doing very well. You're sounding good.
Oh, that.
You're sounding good.
Skype's.
Sounding good, La.
Right, I'll just have to put the phone in my ear.
Yeah, put it to your ear. How's that? Can you hear me now?
I was just trying to find the speakerphone. But there's been a new iOS from Apple. So things have changed around a bit on Skype as well.
Right, right.
Yeah, so I was just saying about this tree. I think it's, you know, I'm over, as you know, I'm over here in Poland, you know.
Of course, absolutely.
And, you know, people have pride in what they have here. You know, there's a lovely park here for children.
Yeah.
And it's 3 different age ranges, from like the little ones right the way up to, like, you know, 10 and over, then a little bit older after that. And they look after it, you know.
Well, do you know, it's interesting, McLagger, there's been a whole world shift. And the world shift is that this country used to, I mean, I know we went to war for Poland and all that, but this country used to also look down their noses at Poland a bit. They used to say things like, oh, yes, it's a great country, but they're very poor, you know, very poor, and all that. They used to go on like that. Now, everybody I talk to from Poland, about Poland, I think, sounds like a fabulous country, this. Do you know?
Yeah, no, it you know, I've been over here, well, a year and a half now, and I'm just getting ready to pop back over home because I'm getting ready to move my stuff across here.
Right.
And it's just like, the longer I'm here, the more obviously you get to know the country, and it's just like England, like probably 50 years ago, you know.
Yeah, is that what you see? We want that. We want to keep that. I can remember talking to somebody about Northern Ireland. They said, "Oh, it's brilliant." They said, "It's a little old-fashioned compared with what we have, but it's very, very positive." You know.
Yeah. No, I something slightly off the track, right? But I was there was someone on YouTube talking about the Queen's crown, you know.
Yes.
In the big diamond that the big white diamond, not the ruby, but the really big one.
Yeah.
The Koh-i-Noor.
The Koh-i-Noor, from India originally. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently the colonists were wanting to take over India, but they couldn't because of like all the kings. But when they ran out of royal family, there was a 10-year-old boy and his mother left. And that's when the colonists went over and they says, right, we'll have that diamond off you. And they brought it back and gave it to Queen Victoria. And there was, there you go, there's a lovely big diamond for you.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking to myself, aye, Rishi Sunak's got the right idea, hasn't he? Is he going to try and claim back the crown jewels, do you think?
Well, that would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? There you go.
Yeah.
But you see, I don't think he would want to do that because he's the British Prime Minister. So there you are, you see.
I think his wife's rich enough to do it, though, isn't she?
Well, we'll not go into all that stuff on here. You know, that's not what we do. I mean, you know, if somebody's got money, somebody's got money. I think one of the problems that we've got in politics are politics of envy. And I have seen politics of envy firsthand, and it causes a lot of trouble. Just somebody that was brought up without very much, and they set about people who have got wealth for different reasons.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. That's right.
There's Sergeant Screwdriver saying, Scotty, you've got plenty of money. Well, if I've got plenty of money, it's because I don't need very much. Sergeant Screwdriver, you see?
Exactly. I think that's part of the trouble. There's too much greed.
Greed.
You know?
That's the difference. It's the greed. My dad used to say you can only wear one suit.
Exactly.
You know, he was very wise. And I think that's what we're needing to be looking at. Yeah,
because there's you know, people over in Poland have new cars. There are some nice cars, but also, Scotty, there's a lot of old cars here that you never see on the road again
the old
in
bangers.
the UK. Yeah. But people, that's all they can afford, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, yes, there's also a lot of countries have a peasant lifestyle. And you say to yourself, hang on a minute, if we lived as a peasant, which is, you know, not a derogatory term in any way.
No.
If we lived as a peasant, we would probably be a lot happier.
Well,
You know?
Robin Hood had the right idea, didn't
Robin
he?
Hood,
You know?
Robin Hood had the right idea. My dear man, we're going to have to dash. We're out of time, but you take great care.
Well, that's great to speak to you, Scotty.
It's always lovely to hear you.
I was watching some of you, listening to your old calls from years and years ago. And honestly, Scotty, people don't really, I don't know if they actually realise what you were like back then and how funny you were, you know. Honestly, you're in a different level altogether.
It's a different league, isn't it? We just do our own thing, I say. So lovely to have you with us. And a dinky-doo.
One thing that Davey was saying about all them different sayings, you know.
Yeah.
I remember the teacher once saying to me, "Who do you think you are? Swanning in at this time of day."
Swanning. Swanning. I love all that.
Scotty, take care, man.
Dinky-doo, all the best.
Again, right?
I'll see you. Markilago.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this one, right? The teacher says to this boy, he says, "What are you going to do with your life?" He says, "I don't care. I'm going to America." He says, "America? You can't find the school gates at 10 to 9 in the morning." Dinky-doo, la.
Dinky-doo, Scotty. Take care, man.
Take care, Lala. What a fine fellow. There we are. Johnny phoning from Poland. I love that. Fantastic. Scotty's going to call. Is it open to call after Davey? Yes, Markilago. So we've just spoken. There's Anthony. I've just enjoyed my 45th birthday yesterday. This Mac is getting old. Yes, but he's also very good. Guys, I'm going to have to dash. I love you all to bits. Thank you for coming and joining us tonight. It's been a blast. And we'll probably be popping up later. Get subscribing on the YouTube channel. And get following on the TikTok. Look at every single video you can of Scottie McClue. Share it and tell everybody about it. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McClue live just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on X, that was Twitter. We're on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. We're on, what else are we on? Instagram, there we are, Scottie McClue 1. So get on and tie everything up, guys, and then we can start building proper online stuff that suits you. Dinky-Doo, everybody. Good night, God bless, and ta-ra, lads. There we are. That's our beautiful, beautiful TikTokers. And I say to our beautiful YouTubers, please, as I say, get subscribing and join us later for more fun. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. And one more shot. Ta-ta.